I'm not sure if I'm not supposed to record this video because I've never tried to record a video so many times where the door's gone off, the SD card's full, the mic died, the camera died. I've started and stopped. Oh my gosh, I just want to finish the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna from Adai Style. If you are new, hey. If you are not new and returning, hey. Today's video is all about black, as you can see from the description. It's all about the color black, how you style black, it's how you express your own personal style with black. And I just felt like it was so important for me to do this video. One, because I do love the color black. Some would say it's my favorite color. I'm not actually sure if it is my favorite color. I think a lot of people say that because I wear a lot of black. My kids say that it's my favorite color, and just to make them happy, I've been saying, yeah, it is my favorite color. I don't know if I have a favorite color. The other reason why I felt like it was important to do this video is because there's just a lot of discourse online, and just people, when they launched the Pantone color of the year, and I think this year it's like a mocha color, and that's all fine. And I think it's sometimes fun to kind of see what is the Pantone color and how can you express your personal style through that. But sometimes I do find it a little bit like a trap. It's like, another reason to go and, revamp or add more pieces to your wardrobe. And I think it's a trap in that kind of consumerism, overconsumption place that I personally am trying to stay away from, right? Area that I've struggled myself, where it's like, how do I try to minimize the amount of things that I'm purchasing when, the high street, these fashion brands are like, buy, and buy for this reason, buy for that reason. And I think the only way for you to be able to fight that is to know your own personal style, to lean into the things that you love, to draw inspo from the things and the styles that kind of speak to you and make you feel confident. And just, try as hard not to kind of fall into every new kind of fad that's coming out. And I think that's why I decided to do this video. I know there's a lot of people like me that love black, and that don't think it's boring, that find it quite, a color that's impactful in their wardrobe, that's timeless. And for those that don't, but, want to lean into wearing black more often, or at least when they do, how to style it, I think this video would be super useful. A lot of people think that black is boring, black is not interesting. And I would actually beg to differ, because I think black is a very versatile color. I think black is an important color in fashion. I think there is a lot of brands that do black really, really well. Kate, Celine, Old Celine, Bottega, Sport Max, Saint Laurent, Victoria Beckham. And that's just to name a few, like the Row. There are so many brands that do black well that we could all draw inspiration from. And if you're not drawing inspiration from the runway, you could draw inspiration from Pinterest, utilizing Pinterest, going there, using it as your own personal mood board. I was able to draw inspiration from Pinterest just with this top. I saw a top similar on Amina Mawadi. I love the style from head to toe. I was like, yep, that's a bit of me. I would wear that to dinner. I would wear it, on just something a little bit more, an evening night out. I could see people wearing that to a fashion show, whether it's Kate, Saint Laurent. Not that I'm going to those shows, not yet, but if you are, it's a very simple aesthetic, very sleek, very chic. And that's how I utilize Pinterest, especially when I've got pieces in my wardrobe that I don't know how to style, or ways that I want to try new things. And I'm like, how do I go about that? I would probably draw inspo from Pinterest. I recently bought this croc embossed jacket shacket, should I say, that I really love, because it gave me a way to do black through texture, right? And it's really simple, but I just think it elevates a look. I styled it with just simple black tailored trousers from COS, but I just felt like it kind of added something to what would have been quite a very muted look. I know a lot of people lean into black by way of, I don't know what to wear, or I just want to throw something on. It's like a bit of a mare color for some people. There are days where I utilize black in that way, where I'm like, well, I don't know what to wear, but I still want to look chic. I still want to look stylish. So I would pair, a black pair of tailored trousers, my sambas, maybe a vest, maybe a structured jacket, a blazer, and then I'm off kind of thing. And that's kind of how I would wear black. And I think for me, it makes me feel comfortable, even at times when it's just a simple, out and about kind of day. Especially when I'm wearing a cap, bad hair day, it just it just works for me. But I could also wear black when I'm trying to, wear something really interesting. I've got this awake mode skirt that I never really struggled to style it for a little while. I typically wear it around the autumn winter months, but I love wearing this skirt. I just styled it with my off-white turtleneck, my Paris, Texas boots, kept it quite simple with some silver accessories to just kind of elevate the look a little bit. And I feel like it works for me. I'm not doing too much, but there's interest. And it's also a conversation starter, that skirt. I think awake mode does, those types of pieces really, really well. One of the other ways that I love to do black is through leather. I think black leather for me is just, I love it. Whether it's cropped leather jackets, trench coats, leather dresses, leather trousers, leather shorts, leather. I just love it. Again, texture, interest. I love interesting pieces, I think doing a really kind of structured blazer, or just starting your style with just a white shirt and black trousers, that works. Adding, a bit more dimension, and that, again, that juxtaposition between that masculine and feminine with, really structured shoulder pads. I've got a blazer from Frankie Shop that I love kind of wearing. I wouldn't necessarily wear it to work because I feel like shoulder pads are not for everybody. And 9 times out of 10, someone's going to be like, ooh, those shoulder pads are strong. And my kids hate shoulder pads. I think they think I look like a superhero when I'm wearing them. But I love it. I think it makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel edgy. It makes me feel stylish. And yeah, just absolutely love a shoulder pad. I don't always just do kind of these edgy looks and, oversized looks. Sometimes I'm just wearing a simple dress, black, sleek dress. Very, very simple. I do a lot of black on black, but I feel like the way that I kind of separate that is just through accessorizing, whether it's a belt, whether it's, an interesting shoe. I've got these shoes from JW Anderson, which I absolutely love. It's interesting in the sense that the heel's interesting. So a cropped trouser, a skirt, dress, just brings this to life a lot. So that's kind of how I break my black on black. So that doesn't mean that you have to do black on black, but if you were, that's a way to kind of do it. And I don't just do black in the autumn, winter as well. I do black in summer. I do black in spring. I think black is, it's not limited to a particular time of the year. I think there is endless ways to utilize your black pieces, to style your black pieces. Don't be afraid to express yourself through black. I think if you're trying something new, you can try it with black. I love this new kind of layering that's out at the moment, where you layer kind of a satin lacy skirt or top over some trousers, over a dress, over something that you wouldn't typically expect for you to add it to, and just brings it to life. I've started that look just with black. Zara's been doing a lot of the kind of lacy pieces, and they've done it in yellow and multiple different colors. And I thought, let me dip a toe in this trend, in this style, and see if it works for me. And I've picked it up in black and a cream color, and it does work for me. I love it. I probably wouldn't necessarily lean into the yellow because it's not my vibe. But I've seen other people style it in yellow and I absolutely love. And if it's something that you want to try it in black, see how it works. If it works for you, then kind of take it on there. I think that's why it was so important to do this video, because I just wanted to kind of showcase a color that I love, that wasn't a Pantone color of the year, that wasn't about what everyone else was doing, that wasn't about, that just reinventing your wardrobe constantly. My sense of style doesn't work like that. My brain doesn't work like that. I'm not always thinking about what's new. Let me get more. Let me add more. Let me do this color. I'm very much someone that really likes to kind of lean into things that work, that's comfortable for me, that makes me feel like me, that makes me feel confident. And then as I've gotten older as well, I've kind of stopped just trying everything. I've started to become more comfortable with, well, no, I love this, or I like this. Well, this works for me. And I think I would, encourage more people to kind of do that. And that doesn't limit you to just black. Do what you want, try what you want, lean into what you want. I just decided to do it on black because, like I said, I love that color. But I hope this video has been useful. I hope that you have kind of drawn inspiration. I've definitely featured quite a lot of styles here that you could try. And if it's not black, then it's something else. And if you don't know how to style it, draw inspiration from the runways, from Pinterest. Let me know in the comments, what you think, what you're leaning into, what your color is. And yeah, what you're going to kind of be doing, I guess, this autumn, winter. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm definitely showcasing a lot more on that platform. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.